Hi, I'm Silvia. Welcome to the Archaeology Laboratory. I'm here to tell you the history of one object. This one, an Etruscan wine cup. Our cup, as all the other items that arrive here in the laboratory, needs to be cleaned and to be the object of long and complex procedures of conservation. Our history with the objects here is going to be backward. So we are going to explore its history from the present to the past. And so, first step in our history are the conservation procedures that the students practice on the piece, because all our vessels, they come here from an excavation. It means that they are fully covered with soil and crustacean, and often they are in fragments. Our third step in this backward history of our cup is the excavation. And here on the wall you can see a picture of one of our tombs. And you see that it is a very big funerary chamber, so not for only one individual, for a whole family. And our cup is coming from a burial similar to the one depicted here. Because you see, the Etruscans had this habit to put a lot of objects together with a corpse in order to help him to live in his or her new life in the afterworld. And so you see, the burials are full of items. Our cup was not isolated, and so we need to consider it as part of a group of objects. Okay, here we are with other grave goods associated with our cup that now I put here together with his friends. As you see, all these ceramics are connected to the banquet. The banquet for the Etruscans was a very important moment. It was a way to express the social status of the participants, and so that is why we can find so often vessels connected to the banquet inside the tombs, because a tomb main outcome is to highlight the status of the owner. And so you see, in this very tiny selection that I made for you, you have jugs, this two called laginoi with a long narrow neck, other jugs with different shapes but similar usage, this one and this, that is made in a material typical of the Hellenistic age, the chronology of our tombs, black glaze ware. And then cups, plates, vessels to have food and wine. Our cup, you see, I put it next to another one. Both were used to drink wine and water, but look at the differences. This one is commonware, very thick walls, not refined at all, while ours is a very fine product. It belongs to a pottery class called thin walls ceramics. And look at the colors. This shift from reddish areas toward others that are darker is something that the potter looked for. And it is not a glaze or a slip or a paint. It's just the result of a very complicated way of firing the piece in the oven. So our cup was used by the Etruscan people to drink wine during the banquets. Now let's try to understand a little more and to go a little deeper in the symbolical meaning of this piece. And to do so, I'm asking the help of another object, a miniature terracotta mask found in one of our tombs. As you see, it is made of the same material of the pots, but this time it was produced in a mold, and it is exactly similar to those used by the actors in the ancient theaters. Why all this? Because the theaters and the wine as well, they were both connected to the god Dionysus. And the god Dionysus, even if he was a Greek god, he was super popular among the Etruscans in the Hellenistic age. And so scholars, they believe that this obsession for the wine that we can see in the grave goods of the Etruscan tomb of the Hellenistic age is religious. It is something religious connected to the worship of the god Dionysus, like the mask.